Hello, dearest friends, dearest beautiful co-creator souls of love and light. This is Nanari, Princess of the Sea, coming to you with another video. What does it mean to be a radical lover? Radical lovers are lovers of the divine and lovers of one another. There are infinite forms of love, no one form better or higher than another. Just simply infinite various forms, ways of expressing this beingness we call love. Each connection is unique, and yet are all various forms of being radical lovers. The first way of being a radical lover is bowing to the divine, or the love of the master artist, source, God, spirit, all that is, whatsoever you so choose to call this source energy, this love, this vibrational essence of love. This love, which is source, is what everything on this earth, this cosmos, is created from and is. Thus, being a radical lover means loving source, and is our primary relationship, as I have spoken about in my other videos. Our first and primary relationship is that of our love affair with the master artist. Rumi speaks of this amongst his many beautiful prose and poems of this love. This love that Rumi speaks of is that of falling in love and being in love with the master artist. This love essence, source energy. And it is also that Rumi speaks about of being in love with a lover in a romantic couple relationship. Being a radical lover, then, is being so in love with the master artist that we bow in honor, reverence, awness, wonder, and love at the beautiful essence of the heart and soul of this source, which created us and all that is into existence. As I speak of within the two prose pieces I wrote, that I channeled, called God is My Lover, and I Am the Master Artist's Princess, which is on my Facebook page in my notes section. This love, then, is our every heartbeat and breath of our being, our soul, our heart, our consciousness, because this is literally who we are, is this love, this source. This is the deepest and most intimate relationship with love itself, is with the master artist. In being in love with source means we see, feel, experience, embrace everything as this love, as the God, gift of divinity. Every flower, every atom, every speck of dirt, every animal, every being on this earth, and within the infinite dimensions, universes, parallel universes, every object that we consider as inanimate, because we know that everything has a spirit, has a soul essence, therefore is energy, and we love it all. We are so enraptured by the sight of this love, because it is the master artist we are in reverence of, with, and to. This is being a radical lover with the divine. Being in love with all of creation, with all of life. Then there is this being of radical lovers with the lover within. Much as we love source, so too are we to love the lover within us. Seeing you, seeing yourself as whole, perfect, complete, beautiful, simply as you are. All of you, every essence of you. Bumps, bruises, and all. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and and everything in between. Because all of it, all of you, is divine. The imperfection in the perfection. For imperfection is simply I am perfection. When you are being a radical lover of the lover within, you love your soul, and your soul in physical form intimately and infinitely, just as the Master Artist does. For love, Creator, created you of this love and in this love that the Master Artist is, and therefore is free from making any mistakes. You are divine perfection, and thus you see as God sees you. Even in moments when you fall and make mistakes, you understand and know that this is simply the unawakened aspects within you that forgot the God, the gift of divinity you are, and thus you love those too, and awaken once more to the essence of love you are. Remembering your song, the soul, the song of universal love that you are. And God is infinitely love and loving you, infinitely patient with you, and will wait forever for you to awaken, is here and loves you no matter what you do or say or how you act. So too do you love you as such. You love you as God loves you. You are patient with yourself as Source is patient with you. You are giving to yourself as the Master Artist gives to you infinitely. This is being a radical lover within. Then there is the loving radically, radical lovers within various vibrational matches of relationships. Father-daughter, mother-son, sisters, brothers, friends, aunts, uncles, ones you have business relationships with, family of origin, soul family among the many relationships. Each way we love radically within these relationships is the expression and demonstration of the radical lover we are within and with the Master Artist. As we are such a radical lover with the Master Artist and within, our relationship will reflect this love. Being a radical lover in our relationships means love one another no matter what. Divine love only sees simply that, divinity. It sees the message behind the message. In other words, seeing beyond the masks of ego, hurt, pain, to bow to the divine in another, and love and be love regardless of seas or seasons. To see beyond hurtful words, to know the divinity within each soul in our relationships, rather than the hurt or pain or lashing out that is occurring in the moment. Radical lovers in our relationships means that when another hurts us or lashes out, we respond in love and compassionate listening, as I shared of in my video on compassionate listening. We are all one and love humanity, and this is free from being just general. It is specifically. To love humanity in general is a concept. It is when you love the person that you are with, even if their behavior is horrible. Loving the person who cut you off while you were driving down the street. Loving the person who at the till is giving you your groceries as you pay for them. Sitting in a cave or being on a mountaintop meditating and loving humanity that way can certainly give you levels of enlightenment. but it's actually when you go out into the world and love the person who is free from being so nice to you. That's when you're really demonstrating love and being a radical lover. That is love in action. That is being love. While you may be free from choosing to, let's say, drink or smoke or eat meat or watch television or be a consumer of materialistic goods and things of that nature, for those who choose such, you then have compassion for them. You're free from judging them and their choices in their life. You are free from seeing them as bad. You simply love them unconditionally, divinely, free from judgment for wherever they are on the journey. Being radical lovers in our relationships means being this love, no matter what, infinitely, just as the Master Artist is with us. Giving, sharing, caring, kindness, compassion, co-creation, cooperation. These qualities of the soul are being radical lovers, is what it is to be a radical lover in all our relationships. Then there is the being radical lovers within life. Taking a stand for love, the Master Artist, Source, with the choices that we choose in our lives. The child, having a tantrum in the moment, gets upset about the rules placed upon them and longs to be the free spirit we are. And the next moment, when the tantrum is through, the child goes back to being love and playing in the awe and the wonder of life, happy in bliss. Why? Because the child is free from holding on to things as we do. And thus, as the spiritually mature being we are, with the childlike essence still within us of awe and wonder, within infinite possibilities of all of creation before us, in which we can choose and create anything we choose within our experience, within the adult parameters of rules given to us by our governments and such to protect us rather than enslave us. As we see that, we see we are free to choose, and in choosing freedom, we can see things like GMO foods or corporate consumerism, and then instead of choosing that, we simply choose to grow our own organic food, or community grow food, or buy local food and products to support local businesses and farmers, as I spoke of in my video on Being Free Now. We see things like chemtrails, and we then meditate on this, knowing the crystalline energy we are, so that we can shift the consciousness into our consciousness, which is love, seeing the chemtrails as love showers and beautiful rainbow clouds of love raining down upon us, and Princess Gaia, as it creates that in healing for all. Meanwhile, also taking the balance of local organic food, raw food, and things like cilantro, parsley, cruella, chlorophyll, wheatgrass, spirulina, and such, to flush out any toxins in the body and to drink water, which is the elixir of love itself. Being a radical lover in life is that we see things like atrocities in the world, and instead of focusing our energies on the badness or darkness or shadowness or outing of these people and such, we as spiritually mature beings know that we are here for a reason. As the video, You Are Here for a Reason by LifeVest shows us. And if you have been free from watching it, I invite you to YouTube it and see it. This is what we choose to be in being radical lovers in life, in taking a stand for life, for love, and being in love with all of life. Then there is the most beautiful relationship of being radical lovers, and that is the relationship as spiritual partners, as a couple, in vibrational match. Earthly relationships are looking for someone to complete you, looking for a missing piece, as if you are free from being whole and complete without someone. It is a needy kind of love, as in, I need you to love me so that I can love you back. And I write about this extensively within my many articles I have written that are on Facebook under my notes section. One of those articles being called Archetypes, What True Marriage Is, in which I share that entanglement is about codependency and direction, competition of needs being met, fighting for those needs being met, repetition of learned behaviors and dysfunctions. That kind of resonance, that's what earthly relationships are about. But a true marriage, true vibrational match, and being radical lovers in a beautiful romantic love relationship means a union of souls, a spiritual partnership of two souls coming together heart to heart, soul to soul, in deep intimacy of soul connection for a purpose larger than the individuals, as a source of support that facilitates growth within each other and all of life and everybody on the planet and in the cosmos, sharing a common vision that advances one another in your union, individually and together in co-creation. It's a commitment to God, to the Master Artist, a commitment to family, either family of origin, soul family, or both and. A commitment to community, and it's anchored in God or divinity. I share further about this in another article I wrote called Living in Truth, the Sacred Union. And I would invite you to go to my Facebook page under my notes section to read such and all of my articles. I also share about what this is of being radical lovers in spiritual partnership within the prose called Rule 1, Authentic Truth, which I wrote for my lover, my dearest beloved sweet Troubadour, back in 2012 for the solstice, the summer solstice. And I will read it to you now. Rule 1, Authentic Truth. Living in authentic truth is that in each moment, regardless of seas or seasons, I see you are the troubadour. I see you are love. I see you are God. And that you live and be from that place of grace. You live from that place of integrity, authenticity, and honor. You are the most beautiful thing in the world to me. And everything you do, be, say, and are is beautiful. I see you as this and only this. You are this and only this. I see you as God, the gift of divinity, and is why I fell in love with you, and why in each moment I fall in love with you again and again, in a true love of deep devotion. I see, feel, experience that you are the troubadour. In every moment, you are fully, fearlessly penetrating me with your love, consciousness, and presence, so that I blossom as the flower of love of the princess that I am. And I stand in awe of you as you are this. I also see, feel, and experience you, the troubadour. In every moment, you are fully, fearlessly penetrating the world with your gifts, in your mission fully in each moment. And stand in awe of you as you are this. unto and forevermore. Within all my being, heart, soul, in my vibration, and within every breath, I see this, I feel this, I know this, I am this, with you. So be it, so it is done. Within being radical lovers, there is a form of courting and chivalry that occurs. For the divine masculine, many have forgotten the ancient art of courting the divine feminine and that of chivalry. This courtship and chivalry I speak of is far different from that of the earthly courtship and chivalry that we have come to know. Spiritual courtship and chivalry is the means by which the divine masculine is a man who is, as the troubadour, who searches out the beauty in his divine feminine of his princess with such authority and love that she cannot help but surrender herself to him and his love. He does this by bowing to the divinity within her, seeing her soul, her heart, and giving it back to her and to the world with devotion and love. He sees the perfection in the universe unfolding exactly as it is. He is no longer victimized by anyone or anything. His power comes from the knowing this divine order in life and trusting in it and keeping his heart open to the wonders of all creation. He is in love with life, in love with love, Source itself, and in love with the one woman who calls to his heart, his princess. He knows himself as life and knows that all of life is that same divine perfection. Knowing his own perfection, the divine masculine, as the troubadour, is not afraid to say what he feels, nor think what he thinks. He is not afraid to want what he wants, and he is not afraid to say what he wants and to go for what he wants. He is free to come to the divine feminine of his princess and say, I want you and I love you. And he does this within action, love in action, not just necessarily in words. It could be in words that he writes in a love letter, or it could be vibrationally he comes to you, heart to heart, soul to soul, telepathically communicating. It could be just in the things that he does for you, such as creating a video and bringing messages forth within the video for you that only you would know, or other things that he would do, because the divine masculine focuses on action, being love in action, in showing, demonstrating such love for the divine feminine, in giving his gifts to her so that she may appreciate and honor and cherish those gifts that he gives to her and to all. This is how he is chivalrous and in courting the divine feminine, taking a stand for her with others, perhaps in moments of adversity. This is the way he shows his chivalry and his courting her in divine love in action. He is not afraid of rejection because he ceases to reject himself. And when the troubadour, the divine masculine, speaks, I want you and I love you, and the princess sees that she can trust his authority in it, she, as the divine feminine of the princess, has the opportunity to surrender to his wanting and to his love. I have not known any woman, and even the princess herself, who would refuse to surrender to the troubadour, who knows what he wants through the expression of his divinity. In the princess's surrender to the troubadour, there is a call to her greatness. She knows she will not be asked to be small, because she feels embraced by the expansiveness of his divine love. As she surrenders to him, and he embraces her, he experiences the greatest surrender of all. That greatest surrender is that to Source itself, bringing it back full circle to the lover, the radical lover of the divine. As the divine masculine, the troubadour surrenders to the divine feminine of the princess through his absolute certainty of wanting her, and in that his truest freedom that is given is the freedom into love itself. It is said in Cherokee proverb that a woman's greatest gift to a man is to bring him to his soul again and again, to bring him to Source again and again. And a man's greatest gift to a woman is to protect her, so that she is free to roam the earth safely. As this occurs, the divine masculine, the troubadour, is opening the divine feminine of the princess to the beauty that he sees in her. Using his authority of his inner divine, he acts as a mirror for that divinity in her, which uplifts her into infinity. And then she too uplifts him into infinity. The divine feminine as the princess, and as the partner, the spiritual partner, the radical lover of the troubadour, sees her reflection within him. She sees the divinity that she is within the divinity that he is. And she, in bowing to the divinity within him, honors him, appreciates him, and sees him as the God he is, and gives himself to him and to all of creation in such devotion, such love. All of creation is thus penetrated and enlightened by him and by her as one. All that they touch, all that they are, all that they see, then becomes infused with this love of bowing to the divine. In that reflection, as the troubadour and princess, knowing the truth of their divinity and reflecting that divinity back to each other as lovers, as radical lovers, as the beloved, they then join in union with the master artist. And in that reflection, they are joined together in knowing their highest truth. Thus, being radical lovers in spiritual partnership is being a vibrational match in living together, sleeping together, being together day by day, where you simply love to love, where you love just because you love loving, free from being because you need someone to love you back, but simply just because what there is to love. You just simply love to love. And you love because this is who you are, as love, and is love. And that in and of itself becomes a tantra, an infinite form of making love again and again, beyond the physical lovemaking that you may create in your relationship. When you have two people, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, doing such, then you have two conscious, mature beings that love to love, and it's a very blissful, very giving, very compassionate, very generous relationship. And you can go deeper and higher together than you could ever do on your own. It is a vibration where you just feel the presence of love when in their presence, and you're just drawn to them simply because you see the love, the master artist, the God, the source within them. They are free from coming to complete you. Rather, they come to assist you in the revelation that you are already complete. You are already whole, perfect, and complete, and you're sharing your completeness with one another, so that in their presence you feel complete, and you recognize your own completeness when you gaze upon them, and you mirror that completeness back to one another in an infinite circle in union with the master artist. And it becomes very delicious, very juicy. It's in that one-ment. You are just so one, and it feels like home. And then it empowers you to go out into the world with that sense of completeness and give your gifts to the world individually and together. And this is what it means to be radical lovers in spiritual partnership as a vibrational match. Because then you go out and you give it to the world, and it helps heal the world and uplifts the world in this awness and wonder. And then people come to you and want to know, hey, what is it you're drinking? We want some of that. Well, it's the essence of love. Because you realize, I am already whole, complete, perfect, and beautiful within. And I'm simply coming to my lover in the revelation, the inside of my own completeness, that I can share my completeness with, that allows me to grow in the awareness that I am already and always whole, perfect, complete, and beautiful as I am, and give that to the world in love, loving one another, loving within, loving the master artist, loving all. This is being radical lovers. Radical lovers in radical times. The essence of true love, divine love, the soul, song of universal love. I